On the morning of September 23, 2025, Washington, D.C. awoke to a scene that would soon dominate headlines across the nation. As the first rays of sunlight crept over the city, something unusual caught the eyes of early risers and joggers making their way along the National Mall. Standing boldly against the backdrop of the Capitol Dome, a brand-new statue had appeared overnight. It depicted Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, hand in hand, both grinning as if sharing a secret only they understood. The sculpture's placement was impossible to ignore, right in the heart of America's most symbolic public space. This was no tribute to a founding father, nor a celebration of American ideals. Instead, it was a bold, provocative piece titled "Best Friends Forever," its title plaque gleaming in the morning light. The statue's message was as unmistakable as it was unsettling, challenging onlookers to confront uncomfortable truths. Passers-by stopped in disbelief, their morning routines interrupted by the shocking sight. Within minutes, crowds gathered, snapping photos and recording videos that would instantly go viral on social media. The statue became the talk of the city and soon the entire country. The statue's lifelike detail was uncanny, every wrinkle, every strand of hair meticulously sculpted. Its prominent placement forced everyone from tourists to locals to confront the uncomfortable relationship it represented. Some stared in shock, others in anger, and a few in nervous laughter. It quickly became clear that this was no prank or random act of vandalism. The installation was a calculated act of political art, designed to provoke, to question, and to spark debate. Security and city officials arrived, unsure how to respond to the sudden appearance of such a controversial work. The National Mall, a place usually reserved for solemn monuments and national remembrance, had overnight become the stage for a new kind of protest. The statue stood among the memorials, a jarring reminder that art can challenge power in the most public of spaces. The city buzzed with questions. Who was behind this? What was the artist trying to say? Was it a statement about politics, power, or something even deeper? News crews rushed to the scene, interviewing bystanders and capturing the public's raw reactions. And how did it get there without anyone noticing? Rumors swirled about a mysterious delivery in the dead of night, and workers seen unloading a massive crate just before dawn. The logistics of the installation only added to the intrigue. As the day went on, the mystery only deepened. Officials debated what to do, artists defended the work, and crowds grew larger, some protesting, others simply watching. The statue had become a flashpoint, setting the stage for a dramatic clash between artists, city officials, and the public. As the sun set over the Capitol, one thing was certain. The story of the statue was just beginning, and its impact would ripple far beyond the National Mall. The statue's plaque was anything but ordinary. Unlike the usual dedications to heroes or moments of triumph, this one immediately caught the eye and unsettled the mind. It was as if the plaque itself was daring passers-by to look closer, to question what they thought they knew about the people it referenced. It read, "In honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein." The words were etched in bold, almost celebratory script, as if this was a relationship to be admired. But beneath the surface, the message was loaded with irony and discomfort, forcing anyone who read it to pause and reflect. The artists behind the statue wielded irony like a weapon, framing the piece as a celebration to highlight the deeply disturbing nature of their connection. By mimicking the language of official tributes, they exposed the hypocrisy and darkness lurking behind public personas. The unveiling itself became a spectacle, drawing crowds who were unsure whether to laugh, gasp, or protest. The title, "Best Friends Forever," was chosen with a biting sense of humor. It used the language of childhood innocence, words you might find on a playground or in a yearbook, to amplify the grotesque reality of the relationship it described. The contrast between the playful title and the dark implications was impossible to ignore. The visual of Trump and Epstein frolicking together, cast in lifelike detail, forced the public to confront their association in the most unsettling way imaginable. It was a scene that demanded attention, inviting onlookers to question not just the men depicted, but the systems that allowed their friendship to flourish unchecked. The message was clear. This was a direct jab at Trump, linking him to elite corruption, secrets, and the shadowy networks that often remain hidden from public view. The statue became a lightning rod for debate, with some seeing it as a necessary act of protest, and others as an outrageous provocation. The statue dared viewers to ask, what did these men share? What remains hidden behind closed doors and sealed documents? It challenged the public to confront uncomfortable truths, to dig deeper into the stories that powerful people would rather keep buried. It was also a protest against the ongoing attempt to rewrite history, a bold reminder that some associations can't be erased or conveniently forgotten. The statue stood as a testament to the importance of remembering, even when the truth is ugly or inconvenient. In an era of fake news and rapidly shifting narratives, the artists planted a physical reminder of a chapter many would rather forget. The statue quickly went viral, with images flooding social media and sparking heated conversations across the country. It became a symbol of resistance against collective amnesia. The statue demanded accountability, cast in bronze for all to see. Its permanence was a challenge to those who might wish to look away, a statement that some truths must remain in the public eye, no matter how uncomfortable. Its impact was immediate and impossible to ignore. The crowd's reactions ranged from shock to outrage to grim satisfaction, but no one could deny the power of the message. The statue had succeeded in its mission, to force a reckoning and to ensure that the story it told would not be forgotten. The art collective behind the statue called themselves the Secret Handshake. Shrouded in anonymity, their members rarely revealed their identities, preferring to let their work speak for itself. Their projects often appeared overnight, as if conjured from thin air, leaving the city buzzing with speculation about who was behind these bold statements. Known for their provocative anti-Trump installations, they specialized in exposing hidden connections among the powerful. Their art was never just about aesthetics. It was a form of activism, a way to challenge authority and spark uncomfortable conversations in the heart of the nation's capital. In a press statement, they claimed their purpose was to honor the one and only true friend Donald Trump seems to have, a mock tribute dripping with sarcasm. The statement, delivered with a straight face, was a masterclass in irony, designed to provoke both laughter and outrage. Their previous works had targeted the Trump administration and referenced events like the Capitol riot and Charlottesville rally. Each piece was meticulously planned, drawing on current events to ensure their message hit home at just the right moment. Each piece was a thorn in the side of power, using art as protest. Their installations often appeared in front of government buildings, forcing politicians and the public alike to confront uncomfortable truths. This statue, however, landed amid renewed scrutiny of the Epstein files, as Congress released new documents. The timing was no accident. The collective had a knack for seizing the moment, amplifying their message when the world was already watching. The Secret Handshake's timing ensured the Trump-Epstein link stayed in the spotlight. Their work didn't just reflect the news cycle, it shaped it, keeping controversial topics alive in the public consciousness. Their art was more than protest. It was a timely intervention in a national conversation. By blending creativity with activism, the Secret Handshake challenged viewers to question the stories they were told and to look beyond the surface of power. The uproar over the statue stemmed from Trump and Epstein's long, complicated history. Once photographed together at parties, Trump even called Epstein a terrific guy in a 2002 interview. After Epstein's legal troubles and death, Trump distanced himself, claiming he'd banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. Yet evidence and unanswered questions lingered, like a birthday book with a crude drawing allegedly signed by Trump. Trump denied its authenticity, but the murky history kept fueling suspicion and fascination. The statue forced the public to confront this unresolved chapter. The Best Friends Forever statue didn't last long. Before sunrise on September 24th, Park Police arrived and swiftly removed it. Eyewitnesses captured shaky footage as the statue was loaded onto a truck and disappeared. The Secret Handshake claimed they had a valid permit for the installation until September 28th. If true, the pre-dawn removal wasn't just cleanup, it was a possible violation of their rights. The artists said they received no warning, and the statue was damaged during removal. The story shifted from the statue's message to the mystery of its disappearance. Was this about a permit violation or something more? The image of law enforcement dismantling political art in the dark raised questions about free speech and government power. The controversy was only growing. The government's explanation was vague. The statue was not compliant with the permit. No details were given, fueling speculation and outrage. The secret handshake called it political censorship, accusing the administration of silencing dissent. They argued that proper procedure wasn't followed, no written notice, no chance to respond. The artists linked their case to other recent crackdowns on critics, painting a picture of an administration intolerant of opposition. Two narratives emerged: a simple permit issue or a targeted attack on free speech. The lack of transparency only made the artists' claims more believable to many. The public was left to wonder what really happened. The White House couldn't ignore the uproar. Spokesperson Abigail Jackson dismissed the statue as a liberal stunt, attacking the artists instead of the message. She repeated the administration's line: Trump had kicked Epstein out of his club for being a creep. The goal was to reframe Trump as someone who took action against Epstein, not as a friend. But when pressed about the statue's removal, Jackson dodged the question. The evasiveness only deepened suspicions that the order came from higher up. The White House's strategy: attack the critics, repeat their narrative, and avoid responsibility. Supporters saw it as a strong rebuke. Critics saw it as evidence of a cover-up. The controversy refused to die down. The Trump-Epstein statue fits a long tradition of protest art in America. Artists have always used their work to challenge power and force uncomfortable conversations. The secret handshake argued they followed the rules, but were silenced for criticizing the president. This raised a crucial question: where's the line between regulating public space and censoring political speech? The government claimed a permit violation, but offered no specifics. Without transparency, the removal looked arbitrary and politically motivated. The debate became a symbol for free speech advocates. The real issue: do citizens have the right to place provocative art in public, even if it makes the powerful uncomfortable? The Trump-Epstein statue forces us to ask, what is public art's role in a democracy? Is it just to beautify, or should it challenge and provoke? The statue was meant to spark debate and hold power accountable. Its removal suggested a desire for sanitized, controversy-free public spaces. But the National Mall has always been a stage for protest and dissent. Why should art be treated differently than a protest sign? The story reflects a larger tension. Who decides what stories are told in public spaces? There are no easy answers, but the passionate debate proves the enduring power of art in a free society. Sometimes, a single statue can force a nation to confront its own history.